Hey, have you ever done something, but not because you want to, just because you're expected to? My name's Matt, and this is the story of how I found my music. I was born into a family where music is considered a necessity. My dad plays guitar, mandolin, banjo, harmonica, and he writes music. My mom used to play the piano and clarinet, but she doesn't really play anymore. Naturally, when my sister and I were born, there were kid-sized instruments already there waiting for us, and we were expected to find the one that we liked and learn to play it. But what if we weren't intrinsically interested in playing musical instruments? Some people just really don't have a drive for it. However, were we expected to do it anyway? The short answer is yes. My parents constantly pushed me to mess around with the instruments around me, and also put me in guitar classes and camps starting at an early age. But I never really learned anything. Now let me clarify. I wasn't only doing this because I was expected to. We would have family outings to various concerts, and my parents began taking me to music festivals at an early age. My dad would also take me to what he called jams. They would be prefixed with whatever genre of music was to be played. At some point, I started to get too old to entertain myself just running around with the other kids, and began to be interested in the familial vibe that I observed between the musicians. This is where I woke up and saw the potential of learning music, but I truly didn't have the facilities to join in yet. Seeing people bond over music gave me the drive I needed to truly begin learning an instrument. I joined middle school orchestra the following year in 6th grade and began working towards first chair bass. By 8th grade, I had a general understanding of music theory and how to actually apply it, but one thing was consistently irritating me. I was running out of notes. The way that a bass fretboard works is that your low E string open is the lowest note that you can play, while on your high G string you can move up the fretboard to achieve higher notes. Basically what this means is that once you play your highest note on the G string, there's really nowhere higher to go. I felt like it was limiting my capabilities and almost like it would be easier if I had another string or two. Then I remembered. I recalled the reason I chose the bass in the first place, because the bass strings are the same notes as the first 4 guitar strings. Eureka! Kind of. The guitar is a very different instrument than the bass. The way you hold it, the way you play it, and the way that music is written for it. It was like trying to learn a new language based off of one I already knew, and having to deal with the nuances associated with the two similar languages. And so began a new chapter of my music, learning the guitar. I was at my grandparents' memorial when my dad taught me my first chords: G, C, E minor, and D. These chords make up a lot of different songs, and you'd be surprised how many songs use only these 4 chords. One of the first songs I learned using these chords was Wagon Wheel by Old Crow Medicine Show. I'm sure you all appreciated how terrible that was, so here's Sweet Home Alabama, the second song that I learned. I really liked the way that people reacted when I played these well-known songs at bonfires, but I wanted to draw out that energy playing songs that they didn't know. I wanted to make people question how I could even play a song. So I remembered the fast and complex guitar style of folk and bluegrass music, and I went to YouTube. This is where I came across the term fingerstyle. Fingerstyle basically allows you to use 5 points of contact on the strings rather than just one, as a pick does. I typed this into the search bar and found an Australian guitarist named Tommy Emmanuel who played predominantly fingerstyle guitar, and found one of his songs titled Mombasa that I loved. I decided to force myself to learn this song. After lots of practice, I could play the intro. Learning the song gave me a bit of insight, however, and I took out the songs I had shelved because I couldn't move a pick fast enough so that I could re-examine them. I chose one in particular, Closer to the Sun by Slightly Stupid, which has complex picking patterns that I never could achieve with a pick. I decided to write my own patterns associating individual fingers with specific string plucks. This is where my eyes truly opened to the possibilities of music, and I could finally see what my music was supposed to be. After I could play this song, I just wanted to keep learning, and now I knew that the effort of learning was worth the reward of playing, and so I kept learning.